Hello friends, in this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to make dynamic column chart in Codeigniter framework by using Ajax. Here we will populate column chart data by using Ajax call in Codeigniter framework. Here for make column chart, we have used Google Chart library with Codeigniter framework, and Google column chart data will be filled by using Ajax. There are many viewers has requested us to make video tutorial on how to fill column chart with dynamic data by using Google Chart library and Ajax request. Now let's start discussing this topic. So this is our testing database, and in this we have one chart data table, with 4 table column like ID, year, month, profit. We will display this data on column chart, so we can load this data year-wise on Google Chart library column chart, so user can see different year profit data on column chart using Ajax. This is our Codeigniter framework working folder. First we want to make database connection, so we have go to config folder and open database.php file. In this file, we have defined host name with localhost, username set to root, password set to blank and database name set to testing. After this, we want to define base URL of Codeigniter application, so we have open config.php file, and here we have defined base URL of this Codeigniter application. Here we have already make dynamic chart.php in controller folder, dynamic chart model.php in model folder for database operation, and dynamic chart.php in view folder. First, we have go to dynamic chart.php controller class, and here we have write public construct magic function. This function will be called if object of this class has been created. Under this, we have write parent class, with magic construct function, it will called construct method of its parent class. Below this, we have write $this, with load object, with model method, and under this we have write dynamic chart model. So when object of this class has been created, then it will load this dynamic chart model class. After this we have make index method. This is the root method of this class. Under this method, we have write $data with year list variable is equal to $this, with dynamic chart model object, with fetch year method. This method will return year list, for fill year drop down list box. Now we have go to dynamic chart model class, and here we have make fetch year function. Under this method, we have write $this, with database object with select method, and under this we have write year table column. After this, we have write $this with database object with from method, and under this we have write table name chart data. Below this, we have write $this, with database object with group by method, and under this we have write table column name year. For sorting data, here we have write $this, with database object, with order by method, and under this we have write, year table column name, with descending order. Lastly, we have write, return statement, with $this with database object with get method, it will make select query and execute if, and it will return query execution result. Now we have go to, dynamic chart controller, and here we have write, $this, with load object with view method, under this we have write, dynamic chart view file name, and $data variable. By using this variable, we can fetch year list data at view file. Now we have go to, dynamic chart.php view file. In this file we have already added JavaScript library and Bootstrap library. Now we have moved to HTML code part, and here we have use Bootstrap panel for display chart on web page. So here we have make one select tag with name and ID is equal to year. After this, we have write PHP for each loop, and under condition, we have write $year list variable with result array method as $row variable. This method will return query execution data in array format. Under this loop, we have write echo statement, with option tag, with value is equal to, $row year variable, and in option text we have write $row year variable, it will fill this select box with year data. Now we have create one division tag, with ID is equal to char area. Under this tag, we will load column chart with year-wise profit data. Now we have moved to write JavaScript code, and here we have write google.charts.load method, with two argument like current and packages like core chart and bar in array. This google.chart.load method will load Google chart packages. Below this, we have write google.charts.setOnLoad callback method. This callback method has been called once Google Visualization API has been loaded. Now we have make one function, with name like load month-wise data with two argument like year and title. This function will send Ajax request for fetch data from MySQL table. Under this function, we have write temp title variable is equal to title, and under here we have append year variable value. It will make dynamic title for each year. Now we have moved to start write Ajax request, and under this we have write URL option set to base URL function, with dynamic chart controller, /fetch data, it will send request to fetch data method, of dynamic chart controller. In second option, we have write method is equal to post, here we have use post method. In third option, we have write data option, and under this we can define which data we want send to server, so here we have define year variable. In fourth option, we have write data type option. In this option we can define data type format, in which we want to receive data from server, so here we have write JSON data type. Lastly, we have write success callback function. This function has been called if request completed successfully, and it will receive data from server, which we can access from this data argument. Now we have go to dynamic chart controller, and here we have make fetch data method. This method will receive Ajax request for fetch profit data. Under this, we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write $this, with load object with post method, and under this, we have write year variable. If this method has received year data from Ajax request, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we have write $chart data variable is equal to $this, with dynamic chart model object, with fetch chart data method, with one argument like year variable, this method of dynamic chart model class, with return particular year profit data. Now we have go tom dynamic chart model, and here we have make fetch chart data function, with $year argument. This method will return particular year profit data. Under this method, we have write $this, with database object with where method with two argument like, year table column name, and $year variable. It will add where clause in select query. Below this, we have write $this, with database object, with order by method, with two argument like, id table column name, and ascending order. It will add order by clause in select query. Lastly, we have write return statement, with $this, with database object with get method, and under this we have write chart data table name. This method will execute select query, and return query execution result, which an output of this function. Now, we have go to dynamic chart controller, and here we have write for each loop, with condition like $chart data variable, with result array method, as $row variable. This method will return query execution result in array format. Under this loop, we have write $output variable is equal to array. In this array, in first key we have write month, and in its value, we have write $row month variable. In second key, we have write profit, and its value, we have write $row profit variable, so it will store particular year profile data, in month-wise format, in this $output variable in array format. Now, we want to send this data to Ajax request in JSON format, so here we have write echo statement, with JSON encode method, and under this we have write $output variable. It will send data to Ajax request in JSON format. Now we have go to dynamic chart.php, view file, and here we have make one another function, with name like draw month-wise chat with two argument like, chart data and chart title. This function will make dynamic chart, based on value of this chart data argument. So under this function we have write JSON data variable is equal to chart data variable. Here we have store chart data argument variable value into this JSON data variable. After this, we have write data variable is equal to new google.visualization.datatable method. This method will create data table for chart. Below this, we have write data.add column method with two argument like data type string and title month. It will add one column into data table. Same way, we have write data.add column method with two argument like data type number and title profit. It will add another column into this data table. Now we have write $each method, and under this we have write JSON data variable, and callback function with two argument like I and JSON data variable. By using this each method, it can fetch data from this JSON data variable. Under this function, we have write month variable is equal to JSON data.month key. Here we have fetched data month key column data from JSON data.month variable and store under month variable. Below this, we have write profit variable is equal JSON data variable.profit. Here we have fetched data from profit key column data from JSON data variable, and store under profit variable. Now we have write data.add rows method with two column data get from month variable, and profit variable, so here we have create new rows in data table. So on every interval it will create new row, and store under data table. After this, we have write options variable is equal to title option set to chart main title. It will display chart title. Now we have write chart variable is equal to new google.visualization.column chart method, and under this method we have write HTML element ID in which we want create chart. This method will instantiate column chart library on web page. For draw chart on web page, we have write chart.draw method with two argument like data and options. This code will draw chart on web page. So here our function is ready for make column chart. We have go to Ajax success callback function, and here we have called this draw month-wise chart function. With two argument like data which we have received from server, and temp title variable. So here when load month-wise data function has been called, then it will fetch particular year data. And after this it will call draw month-wise chart function, and pass data and make chart on web page without refresh of web page. For called load month-wise data function, here we have write $ with select box ID year with change method, so when we have select option from select box, then this block of code will called. Under this function, we have write year variable is equal to $this with value method. This code will fetch value of selected option, and store under year variable. Below this, we have write if statement and under condition, we have write year variable value is not equal to blank. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. Under this block, we called load month-wise data function with two argument like year variable, and in second argument we have write month-wise profit data for. So when we have select year from select box, then it will called load month-wise data function, and it will fetch particular year data, and then after it has called draw month-wise chart function, and convert data into chart, and display on web page without refresh of web page. Now check output in browser. Friends, here we have write Codeigniter application base URL /dynamic char in browser. On web page we can see blank panel with select box with year list for select year on web page. Now we want to see year 2019 profit data on web page in column chart format, so here we have select year 2019. After selecting year, we can see year 2019 profit data, which has been converted into column chart, which we can see on web page, and it has load data into chart without refresh of web page. Same way we want to see year 2017 data on web page, so we have select year 2017 from select box, so, after selecting year, we can see year 2017 data on web page in column chart format. So this way we can use Ajax with Codeigniter and Google Chart Library API, and display dynamic data on column chart without refresh of web page. If you have any query or input regarding this video tutorial, please comment your query or input in comment box, or if you like this video tutorial please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.